Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we are, Office Bloke Daz Sports Edition. Guess what we're going to do in November?
Go to the USA.
We're coming for you. We're going to come to I think we're going to go to we're going to try and get a college game.
We're going to go to a WNBA game.
WNBA game. We're not. I'd rather nail my balls to the floor. I think go to a WNBA game. It's no, we're going to go. Last time I was in America, actually, I took in an NBA game.
Yeah, you took Gaynor with you, didn't you?
I did.
The Knicks.
I went to the Knicks against
Madison
the
Square
Rockets. Yeah, Knicks.
Dead game,
Courtside.
Courtside.
I managed to buy myself a courtside seat. Yeah, so it was someone's a friend of a friend who knew someone at Madison Square Garden who actually turned out to be the CEO of Madison Square Garden, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll get with a ticket, no worries, man." And I was like, "Really? All right. How much is it going to cost me for these tickets?" And he went, "Don't worry, a friend of his is a friend of mine," and I got it for free, and I was sat right courtside, next to the likes of people like Whoopi Goldberg.
Who?
She's an actress. Yeah, you won't know. But yeah, it was a good thing. So we are coming to the USA.
Yeah.
I think we're going to hit the Atlanta and the southern states. I think we're going to hit Atlanta, flying to Atlanta, I think, by the looks of it. We've not booked anything yet, but it's looking at Atlanta and then going down to the, hopefully try and get a Crimson Tide Alabama game in. I know one guy's already sort of like reached out to us and sort of like said, come along, come to our tailgating. And another lady's kindly said that she can give us a tour of the facility. So it's something it's hard to turn down when you get things like that.
So we're going to Alabama then.
That's for me, that's, as a sports fan that I am, I'm a massive sports fan, and to go to any facility where I can get a look round and sort of like, have a sort of like a snoop round sort of thing. We actually went to the game last night, Man City game, and we had a proper snoop round. I was seeing it as I was walking through the stadium. I was seeing all different people that I know going to say hello and going into all these different areas. It was pretty neat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Seeing areas that we don't normally see. But anyway, this is enough of that. But we are coming to the USA, so watch out for us in November.
Yep,
if anyone's got any spare seats at the table for Thanksgiving, just give us a shout.
I was going to say, when is Thanksgiving?
See, is it the third Thursday of November?
So it's in November. We'll definitely have to be there for that.
Yeah, we'll try and get there for that. But it's if anyone's got any spare seats at the table, let us know. And,
I don't mind sitting on the floor. So
yeah, I want to cook out. I'm used to that. That was my spot as a kid. I didn't have any people who don't know. They didn't have enough seats at the table, so I just had to set the sink on my dinner. Well, everyone was at the table.
They just didn't tell you, mate. They did have another.
There wasn't enough seats at the table, so I used to sit at the sink and eat my dinner, and throw all the sprouts down the sink that I didn't want, all the stuff that I didn't need. But anyway, so if you've got a spare seat at your, if you've got 3 spare seats at your Thanksgiving table, hit us up, let us know. And if there's a cookout going on, even better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
NBA versus WNBA, facts that sound fake but are actually true. Is it going to tell us that Brianna, what's her name?
Sabrina is actually a better 3-point shooting percentage than Steph Curry.
And Trae Young will get roasted by. Yeah.
It's one of them. I think it's going to be facts that make the WNBA sound like a lot better. I think it's going to be better shooting averages or something like that. Better higher shot percentage. I don't know.
Let's see. WNBA, NBA versus WNBA, facts that sound fake but are actually true.
NBA versus WNBA facts that sound fake but are actually true. Regarding in-game dunks, the shortest WNBA player to ever dunk is Candace Parker. She is 6 feet 4 inches tall. The shortest NBA player to ever dunk is Spud Webb, who is 5'6". The average G League player makes $40,000 per year. In comparison, WNBA players make almost 3 times as much, with an average salary of $113,000 per year. The Phoenix Mercury have 3 championships so far. The Phoenix Suns have 0 championships so far. On May 27th, 2013,
that one didn't sound that fake, Harry. Do you know what I mean? that the Phoenix Suns have not won a championship doesn't sound fake.
But it's one of them as well. You can put that in any sport where there's a men's and women's sort of like division. You can say something like Reading in the UK, the women's team playing the top league, whereas Reading, the men's team, don't.
Yeah.
Brittany became the first and only player so far to dunk twice in the same WNBA game. As of July 2023, there have only been a total of 33 dunks in the entire history of the WNBA. The WNBA has been around since 1997, so that's roughly 26 years, which equates to 1.2 dunks per season, or about 1 dunk every season. Only 8 different WNBA players have ever dunked ever. Compared to the NBA, Evan Mobley alone has 173 dunks during the 2022-2023 season. The NBA as a league since 2001 averages over 8,000 dunks per season, but this number has been increasing. In recent years, the NBA has been dunking over 11,000 dunks per season. That's about 3 dunks per game times all 30 teams. Then multiply that by 82 games. The NBA league average for free throws was 75.6%. The WNBA league average for free throws was 80.4%. This is not an anomaly or a one-time thing. The WNBA regularly has higher free throw percentages compared to the NBA. One possible factor is that the WNBA has a smaller ball, but the same exact rim circumference as an NBA hoop.
What?
Shouldn't that matter as much.
I think it does, 100%.
The
The
ball's
ball's, it's
small.
easy to hit the ball in the hoop. The ball's smaller.
A 0.3 of an inch.
Still smaller. That 0.3 of an inch could change it ricocheting off the rim and going out. You know what I mean?
WNBA basketball is an inch smaller and 2 ounces lighter than an NBA basketball, but they share the same exact rim. NBA.com averages 91.8 million monthly visits from fans all around the world. WNBA.com averages 1.8 million monthly visits, which is to be expected. The NBA is more famous than WNBA, but surprisingly, 62.84% of WNBA.com users are male and only 37.16% are female. The majority of WNBA.com visitors are men, not women. NBA.com has 70.69% of its user base being male and only 29.31% female, which means roughly 27 million women visit NBA.com every month, but on the flip side, only about 800,000 women visit WNBA.com. The WNBA all-time scoring leader is Diana Taurasi. She has 9,858 points and counting. This took her 19 seasons. Wilt surpassed 10,000 points in just 236 games. But no discredit to Diana, that's still a pretty amazing feat, and playing 19 plus seasons is no easy task. What's also not easy is losing money. The WNBA loses roughly $10 million per year and has never been profitable as an organization. If it didn't have the NBA backing it up financially,
But people still want them to get paid more, so then it'll be even less.
Finance it themselves. It's one of them where it's people always say to me, like, I went into a bar about a few weeks ago. It was when the Women's World Cup was on. Is it the World Cup or Euros for the World Cup, wasn't it?
World Cup, yeah.
When England
Australia.
was in the final. England were in the final against Spain.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I've been watching League One football or League Two football. It was like a lower league sort of thing. And someone said to me, "Do you watch football today?" And I went, "Yeah." And he went, "What do you think?" And I went, "It was an alright game." I said, I can't remember. It was Leicester actually, because I said, "Yeah, Leicester. Leicester look good in the Championship." And he went, "Oh no, I was talking about the Women's World Cup." I went, "No, I didn't watch that." And I went, "I actually said this. This is the word to word." I went, "I ain't watching that shit." And as I said it, I glanced around. There's a table of 6 women with all England shirts on, and they all just staring at me. I just started laughing. And I went, "Well, no offence." I said,
Can you
"It's
see
not
where
for
I'm
me."
coming from though? With the organisation's losing 10 million a year.
A lot of money.
Like, soon enough it will just surely just stop.
But what it is, it's
Instead of
when,
losing money every year.
But when you've got people who, if you speak to a proper sports person who loves sport, they expect you to watch all sport, sort of thing, a different thing. And when they start getting into the women's sport now, they say like, you don't watch women's football? And I go, no. And they go, "Oh, I thought you would have watched it." And I went, "Why?" He went, "Because you love sport." I went, "Yeah, I love good sport. I like to watch sport that's good, that's going to entertain me at the highest level. I like watching the elite." And women's sport is not the elite, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong, I watch like gymnastics, I'll watch women's sprinting, I'll watch women's athletics, I watch loads of stuff that women participate in
volleyball,
at
quite
the
good
highest.
volleyball.
They're at the highest level. But when I'm watching, I'm not going to watch women's soccer. I'm not going to watch women's basketball. It's just not for me.
No,
Because I
I'm
can
the
watch
same.
better. I can watch better.
Yeah, I agree.
And they said, but people get in the face for it sometimes, and I'm like, you go and watch it. Do
Yeah,
you go?
literally,
You know,
yeah.
I go. The men's game, I go to the game. I actually physically go to watch live sport, and there's nothing better than watching live sport. But yeah, people get in your face over it for whatever reason.
financially and subsidizing it, it would have gone out of business or forced to be bought out and merge with another league. However, profit and revenue are two different formulas. The NBA on average generates $10 billion per year. The WNBA generates roughly $60 million per year. The average NBA player salary is about $9.6 million. The average WNBA player salary is $113,000. If you compare salary to revenue, the average NBA player earns roughly 0.1% of what the NBA generates in revenue. The average WNBA player earns roughly 0.2% of what the WNBA generates in revenue. From this perspective, WNBA players earn twice as much compared to NBA players in regards to how much revenue they earn for their league. And if we decide to compare profits to salary, WNBA players by that technicality make infinitely more, considering the WNBA is unprofitable after all expenses. In an interview with the Washington Post, Adam Silver stated that women's basketball is largely supported, just in terms of demographics, by older men, for whatever reason, who like fundamental basketball. We're not connecting with almost the same demographic that our players are, which are women from ages 20 to 40. So here are some differences between the WNBA and the NBA. Let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to dunk on that like button and subscribe with notifications turned.
Yeah. That's quite surprising. There's some of them, especially the free throw one for me. How the women's hit more free throw percentage.
Like say, the ball's small, but I don't think that makes much of a difference.
I think it will.
I've never tried it with different.
It's like changing from sort of size 4 to a size 5 football. That'll only be an inch.
You try and throw a golf ball into a hoop.
It'll be easier than a basketball.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it's because it's a different shot. You're not going to start shooting it like that, are you?
No, but you've got to get the aim, I guess, with what's it. I mean, the women are talented who are doing these sports, don't get me wrong.
Well, they're the best of the best in the world,
yeah,
they
are.
Their gender.
Yeah, they are. They're talented what they do. I think you just got to realise that we don't have to push everything down certain channels. You don't just because men do it, doesn't mean women have to. They don't necessarily have to have a women's league. And if they do, have it like on a level where maybe change the rules a little bit. Make it their own sport, lower the rim. Have maybe a smaller court, or certainly for soccer. When I watch soccer and I watch women's soccer, I think all you got to do is shoot into the corners, and they ain't going to get it. It's not going to. Sometimes they haven't got the talent to shoot into the corners, but they're not at that level where I'm thinking women's football isn't. It's not viable to compare it with men's football. It's totally very, very different.
There's no way. Remember the World Cup winning American women's national team lost to
I think it was like an under-14s team or something, under-15s
like that, yeah.
And that's the way it is. It's you can't because men do it doesn't necessarily mean the women have to do it. Like I say, and it's kind of pushed in your face a little bit now. It's getting a little bit out of control, and especially when they want the same kind of money, and they're not generating that kind of money. It's like any business. If you've got a business that's generating money, trying to subsidise another business through it that's not making money, you'd be like, it ain't worth it. It's not going to work for us. No. We'll change it. But they don't.
The only reason the WNBA is still a thing is probably because the NBA owns so much and it's to be able to fund it. Yeah.
But when you look at the NBA, look at the athleticism. I'm not saying the women are not athletic. They are. Fantastic. Three dunks a season, was it?
Something like that, or even one dunk a season. Average just over one dunk a season.
Yeah, and the men's are doing it three times a game for every game.
Yeah.
For every team. Well, I don't know. It's kind of pushed in your face a little bit too much for me, for my liking. If I want to watch it, I will. Don't need to be told to watch it. It's like any sport. So no one comes up to me and says, "You've got to watch baseball." Go and watch baseball. Go and have a look at baseball. No one comes to tell me to watch lower, grassroots soccer and say, "Go and watch these lower league teams." I'm like, if I'm going to go and watch, I want to play. I'm at that level where I can play that team. I don't necessarily need to go and watch it. I want to watch high level elite athletes at the best of their sport, and the best of the sport is men in many of these, and that's why I watch the men over the women. Yeah. But them facts, I think I wouldn't compare them, to be honest.
They're nowhere near each other.
No. And when they were talking about I can't remember a girl's name now. When they were talking about with Trae Young, and she'll beat Trae Young 1-on-1. She won't.
Oh yeah, I remember.
There's no chance. Yeah. There's no chance it's happening. But anyway, let us know what your comments are in the comment section. We are in the comment section. We do read them. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.